So here you go. You can see how, whoops, got the apron flipped up here, and you can see how the canvas is stretched over the padding, and bungees all along each side of the ring hold the canvas tight. There you go. Originally, when I got this ring, the bungees went on in a totally different way, which was really inefficient and didn't keep the canvas tight at all. So I had to kind of customize things myself and drill those holes in the bottom so the bungees actually had something to hook into. Before, they had nothing to hook into, and it was a big mess trying to get the canvas nice and tight. And when the canvas isn't tight, the ring looks like crap. And you'll see all kinds of grooves and things on the canvas which make it look all messy and uneven and just not flat. And you want it to look nice and flat. Here's a close-up for you of the where the turnbuckle connects to the post. And it's pretty simple. You can see when you put the ropes on, you start with the bottom rope, put that on, and get it a little tight, not too tight, and then you work your way up to the middle rope, get it to about where you want it, and then the top rope, and then you go up and down and pretty much tighten it however tight you want. And as you can see, very simple. Get a screwdriver or a wrench or whatever you want to use, and either tighten or loosen it according to how tight you want it. The bottom rope, since not much action happens with the bottom rope, is the least important one to go by. Doesn't really need to be tight. Nobody really springboards off it or bounces off it or really anything like that, except for some really uncommon maneuvers. You want to make sure you've got the top rope and middle rope particularly tight to exactly where you want it according to what you're going to do. Here's a view straight down from standing on the middle rope and looking down at the turnbuckles, and you can see that's really cool. When this ring was built, they put a little diamond plating on top of the post, keeping in mind that you can get a lot better perch standing up on top of the post, and if you ever kick off of it, jump out of the ring, something like that, you're going to have a nice grip and not slip. If you've never been on the top rope in a wrestling ring, which most people haven't, it's a lot less sturdy than you think. I'm going to show you this really quick because from the back of this turnbuckle, you can see, since the turnbuckle pad is pulled away a little bit, the steel cable that makes up the rope, pretty much, which is right here. So there's a steel cable inside of that, and then the rope itself is padded over with a certain kind of foam and then tape and all. If you have your own ropes, there's a lot of different ways you can make ropes and cushion them or not cushion them or make them hard or soft or whatever you want. Steel cables are the strongest thing you can use. WWE rings have real rope, which has some kind of coating over it, which I'm not exactly sure what it is, whether it's like a kind of sprayed on plastic veneer that gets sprayed on and then hardens, or if it's some kind of special tape or something like that. They're the only company that I've really ever seen use those kind of ropes, and they look really nice. But the thing is, with real rope, eventually the rope will wear away. Right here, you could imagine a constant rubbing back and forth being used every single night. The rope will eventually wear through and break. That's the main advantage of steel cables. They don't look as nice, but they'll last forever. No matter how long they rub against metal, the metal you know, it's going to take a very, very long time for that to wear through or break. They're just super strong, carry a ton of weight, and pretty much not really going to see anything go wrong with those. This is an 18-foot wrestling ring, which means it's, you know, it's an 18-foot square, 18 feet on each side. A lot of people wonder what it's like to get in the ring and get suplexed or slammed or whatever, and it probably hurts more than you think it would. A lot of people out there have the idea that a wrestling ring is just a big trampoline, and that's why these guys can go flying off the top rope and not break their necks or backs or whatever, and go through a whole match getting tossed around a million times and not get hurt. And well, as you've seen, it's nothing like a trampoline at all. It's steel, and then wood on top of the steel, and then a little bit of padding, and a canvas, and that's it. So after I first got into a ring and fell down for the first time, took a bump for the first time, I had a lot more respect for all the wrestlers that I've ever seen, because it's a lot harder to do than it looks. Just the classic thing, everything is made to look so easy on TV, but when you actually get into the ring, you draw a blank and don't know what to do, and then you realize how hard it really is.